sun had gone down, and finally he showed up with his son, who was gorgeous. And I had somebody hold a flash to the side. I just caught the last little remaining bits of light in the sky and had him hold up his son. He was very proud of his son.
You know, the portraits of Foxy, you know, I never wanted to shoot him like kind of, you know, straight on, because, you know, he doesn't really sit still. He's kind of always on the move. Like, you know, if he does kind of glance at you, he'll give you this look. It's never like a full-on, like, sit down, I'm engaged with you. You know, he's constantly talking about, you know, where you're from, or, you know, giving you bits of knowledge and whatnot. Yeah, he was a really funny guy.
Had this huge vat over an open fire where they were roasting the coffee beans. Between the coffee roasting and the wood smoke from the fire, you could barely stay in there for more than 5 minutes because your eyes just would start seeing. So that's why that guy has those little Speedo goggles on, because he's, you know, to protect his eyes while he's mixing these big vats of, you know, coffee beans.
He was involved in the whole struggle for independence back in the 1960s, 1970s. So for a long time, he was a fugitive living up in the hills. And he's come out of the hills now, and he's basically got a little farm there that he lives on with friends, and he practices the Rastafarian religion. You see his eyes, and he's got just that little bit of a smile. He's got his bony shoulder. This guy's a man who's had a hard life, but he's still got a great sense of humor and a good spirit about him. They were dancing, and they had just stopped, and I asked him if I could take his picture, and that was what he presented me. And he took this pose, which is a way of greeting a lot of people. When you consider that's how he wanted to be perceived, it gives you an insight into that we're not all the same. Cultures are different. This kind of picture, you might wonder, oh man, the photographer didn't get it right. He had his eyes closed. But for me, it's exactly the moment I wanted to get. He was playing really beautiful, very nostalgic music, and people don't clap hands right after, you know. And there's these few seconds that are complete silence, and they're so beautiful. And I think that moment, that was the picture when the picture was taken.